Good evening to all my fellow friends. Welcome to today's meeting. First of all, I would like to congratulate to all of us because we has successfully completed our assessment for this subject. So as usual, since we already done our final report of our marketing management, so we are going to proceed with the group presentation. Therefore, the purpose of conducting tonight's meeting is to discuss about what we're going to write in our video presentation. So I hope that you guys can take this meeting easy. Don't getting too nervous and tension. Just chill and relax in this meeting section. In this meeting discussion, you are allowed to speak in both English and Malay, as long as your group member able to understand what you are saying. So before we start our discussion, I want to let you guys know about the requirement of our video presentation first. According to the rubric that lecturer given, the length of the video is around 30 minutes. So all people must involve in this group presentation now. So meaning that each people need to record their particular part around 4 minutes. Otherwise, we won't be able to fulfill the requirement that's set by our lecturer. So guys, we also need to make it 30 minutes here for our group presentation. Based on our final report, the video presentation will based on our final report, the video presentation will cover background information, external analysis, internal analysis, SWOT analysis, evaluation of alternative strategy and selection of strategy, goal and segmentation, target and positioning, and the last one is conclusion. Since we already distribute the task in our WhatsApp, so in today's meeting, I need you guys to brief in front of us regarding the content of what you're going to mention in your presentation. Is it clear?
Yes, clear.
Clear.
Okay, so
Clear.
without any delay, we will start our discussion right now. So for the background information, last time who take the background information? Actually, I already forgot that. So is it Sheila? You take the background information? Is it?
Yes, I will take it. I will take the mic.
So can you brief in front of us what you're going to write? So make sure that everyone clear out.
Oh, sure.
Is it your line have any?
It's one of popular.
Sorry, can you repeat again? Because your line seems like not very good. Yeah, I can hear, but it's not. The line is not very good.
I off my microphone. Maybe okay.
You can for temporarily. Because your line is not good. Okay. Just briefly tell us.
Is it okay now?
Or maybe we can skip her first. Maybe we wait for the line stable, then turn to Lila. So we change to next people first.
Okay. Yes, so we move to the next part first. After
the line is okay already, so turn back Sheila talk about that.
So the next part is. Wait a minute, let me check first. The next part is external analysis.
Me.
Okay, cool, isn't it? So can you brief to us what you're going to write?
Okay, so for my presentation, I will talk about the external analysis, which is the pester analysis. Then in this pester analysis, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is political factors, economic factors, technology factor, social cultural factor, legal factor, and environmental factor. So I will talk about what is a pester analysis. So pester analysis is an excellent way to provide business owner with an overview of this component to ensure they do not forget the element. So I will just copy from the final report and I will present it. After that, I will talk about the political factors, which is AirAsia was operation affected by the various political factors right now, because AirAsia has branch operating in different countries, therefore they must comply with local aviation law and regulation. This is because every country has their own law and regulation, hence AirAsia have to understand it. After that, when AirAsia can fully understand it, then we make every effort to avoid operating in remote area, which is they can avoid many huge problems, which is kena itu law to make
Sorry,
sure.
I have a question. Can you give the example of what problem that going to face?
Going to
Any
face.
example?
Oh, I think. Let me find first. Because example. Okay, let's say we talk about the latest one, which is the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, so government have introduced the MCO, which is the movement control orders. Then if you blocking national borders and restricting travel to stop the spread of the pandemic. So this is the latest, and this is our issue.
Okay, so I get it.
Okay. Okay, after that is the economy factors. So low cost airline seems to be a preferred choice for customer, which is a way an advantage for AirAsia. So I will explain with the AirAsia will offer cheap ticket and reduce in flight service the company has managed and generate a low cost transport chain, which is a benefit all stakeholder. After that, I also will present the other one which are managed to achieve the cost leadership through the operation efficiency and effectiveness. This is because some airlines are unable to do with this. So another, I will also will talk about another major factor affecting the airline operation, which is fuel cost. This is very important because the plane need to fill in the fuel, then he can move. So global oil price will become affect the Asia because there's have a trade war between the United States and the UAE country. So the oil price is keep changing and increase the operating cost for airlines. In addition, the economy condition of a particular region describe whether people can afford flight or not. Okay, after that I will talk about link back with our issue, which is the COVID-19 outbreak. It will hit the different market and countries, and airline were also affected because the pandemic because during the COVID-19 is many problem such as the volatile oil price and the global economic slowdown will all affect the airline industry weakness business. Okay, after that I will talk about the technology factor. Okay, if you know that the airline is keep changing and more and more the new technology is come up. All this I will present it. After that, I will talk about the AirAsia is providing the e-boarding pass because this e-boarding pass is very useful and important, especially during the pandemic time. Because it's a paperless boarding pass, meaning that they just need to show their boarding at the front and then you avoid the passenger close contact with the airport security or immigration and cabin crew. After that, I also will say about the the application, which is the AirAsia Super App. So I will talk about the function for this application, such as they can customize their flight, hotel, big reward, and also the important thing is they can notify the customer when AirAsia release the new promotion. Okay, the last point for the this factor, which is the AirAsia will provide the grey matter, which is they can upload their medical certificate such as various authorities and process a valid COVID-19 negative certificate during the online self-check-in process. Okay. After that, I will talk about the social culture factor, which is in Malaysia they have many people easily to travel to any place. They like to travel, and AirAsia also a multinational low-cost airline. They also provide the service in most of the countries in Asia. So hence, the cabin crew must know 3 basic languages, which are Malay, English, and Chinese. Furthermore, I think I also will talk about the during the government a lot domestic traveling and international traveling because during this time is being fully vaccinated our population. After that, I will talk about the legal factors. Okay, I will present it. So there's some few things which is the test requirement, the regulations of market, tariff. This also affected the factor for the AirAsia in legal. Okay, after that I will talk about the let me check first. Social cultural, which is okay, this I talked already. After that I will talk about the environmental factor, which is the most this is the most important factor. Because during this time we are facing the COVID-19 pandemic, and this pandemic is still going on, so all domestic traveling and international traveling are not allowed. After that, we also attention to the recycle issue, especially for the airline industry. We also talk about with the AirAsia have managing their carbon waste campaign, which is a collective effort. Okay, that's all for me.
Okay, after hearing from your explanation just now, I think it is okay already, enough point already for the external analysis. So
Is that any missing factors?
I think don't have because I already checked just now.
Okay.
When you were briefing just now, I checking the final report as well. So I think it's okay already. Can proceed with the presentation. So now we will move to the next part. If not mistaken, next part is let me check first. If I'm not mistaken, the next part is internal analysis, isn't it? And the person who take this part is Bella. Am I right?
Yes, me.
So can you brief in front of us what you're going to write in your slide, in your presentation? So you may start now.
Okay, so as I do the internal analysis part for Asia, so I will explain about the marketing strategy of Asia, how they analysis the brand with the marketing mix framework, which cover the 4PS, which is the product, price, place, and the promotion. So from this business strategy based on the Asia marketing mix, I will explain how it can help the brand succeed. So for product, I will explain how Asia focus on providing a convenience to their passenger through the competent service and offer a frequent flights. And then for price, how it engage in enterprising strategy in its marketing mix, which they create a base for pricing all operation carried under the Asia. So for place, as we know, Asia has provided a domestic as well as international flight for their passenger. Then I will lastly for promotion, in the slide I will explain about how Asia has positioned itself as a competitor that focus on enhancing consumer value when it comes to promotion. Then also in the internal analysis part, I will also explain. I will also cover about the consumer and the competitors, the potential and existing competitors, and also for consumer preference and satisfaction that makes Asia succeed. I think that's all from me. If anything that I miss, just let me know.
In my opinion, my suggestion, you can talk more about the internal analysis in your slide. So you may find another source and add on in your presentation. So that's all from me. So
Okay.
how about the other? The other got any question or not to ask before we move to the next part?
Yeah, anything that I should add on my slide?
No, so far okay for me.
Okay, since everyone is okay with that, so we will move to the next part. So the next part is SW analysis, and the person that handle this part is LAILA, isn't it?
Yes.
So can you brief in front of us regarding what you're going to mention in the presentation in your slide?
Sure, but can I brief it shortly because I have flu. Sorry.
Can. Just simply brief shortly. It's okay.
Okay. Hello. Okay, I take part which is SWOT analysis. As we know, SWOT is nama pendek for strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. So in that part, I will give 2 points for each section, such as strength 2 points, weakness 2 points, threat 2 points, and opportunity 2 points. I also give some explanation about the point given. Okay, I give some example lah. For strength, saya akan masukkan point seperti Asia is the low cost flight and in terms of skill and quality management member. So from the point, I will elaborate or give some explanation about that in my presentation lah. Oh yeah, besides that, I also add SWOT metric in my slide presentation because it is part of SWOT analysis. In SWOT metric, I will add the most important point and come up with a little bit explanation, yeah? Okay, you want me to give some example or not? I give lah.
Sure, can.
Okay, so I give some example lah. For the point is combining strength and opportunities, so we can get the company best direction and strategy to maximize their advantage. So from this point, I will elaborate sedikit lah. So I think that's all from me because I have flu. Sorry, did you all okay or you have some idea to add?
I want to make sure with you again. Is it you will insert the SWOT metric in your slide?
Yes. Okay, of course.
Can. So I just want to make sure because SWOT metric is the most important thing in that part. So since you already you will insert, so it's okay. So
Yes.
now we move to the next part. And the next part is evaluation and alternative strategy and the selection of strategy. And the person who handle this part is KIAT, isn't it? So you
Yeah,
speak to us now.
Okay. So my part is the evaluation of alternative strategy and the selection of strategies. So what I will talk about is the main point lah, alternative strategies. So there are five alternative there are five alternative strategies here. So I will simply talk it in my presentation. So for the first one, the low price of the flight tickets. I will talk about something why the alternative strategy we choose this low price and flight ticket, and we will talk how this strategy helps Asia to increase their business, to improve their business and their operation. Yeah. So the next alternative strategy is customer loyalty program. Is that my sound okay? No red light.
Yeah, can.
Oh, okay.
Still acceptable.
Oh, okay. So I need louder a bit or like just like this? Okay.
Sure, you may louder a bit. Yeah.
Okay. So the next alternative strategy is the customer loyalty program. So of course I will talk about what is the loyalty program and why this program will be the alternative plan for Asia, and also how this loyalty program can improve the Asia management. Yeah, because the customer loyalty program is most important of the customer. So the Asia management should provide a more performance or more service to the customer in order to achieve their satisfaction. So the third alternative strategy is that Asia needs to improve the quality of Asia service and management. Yeah, so in this part I will talk about how they can improve, how to improve the quality of their service. Just for example, the online service, the online ticketing and inquiry. Yeah. And also in this part, I will talk something that how they can use their service and management to attract more customers to choose Asia as their travel choice. I think that's all for this part. So the next alternative strategy is that Asia they need to adhere to strict SOP during this COVID-19 outbreak. So so simply talk about the SOP, what they do, like the temperature check, wearing mask, and also why they need to choose this as their strategy. Yeah, the customer more concerned about the SOP in this period. So I will simply talk about the part and how that the Asia can use this part to help improve more business result. Yeah, and the last alternative strategy is that the Asia can design and implement more promotions to attract more customers. Yeah. So just like the title, they need to design and implement more promotion to attract more customers. The Asia can just create something new or special promotion to attract customers, like the Christmas festival season or the Chinese New Year, so on. So also the Asia, they got just now we talk about they have their own apps and website, right? So in this part we talk about something about their like beautifying their mobile apps and official websites, and some things that, and beside the promotion is also include how they make the cooperation with the tourist attractions. Yeah, they can make the cooperation to offer more special promotion to their customers. Like example, something that they can provide a low price for the accommodation when the customer choose Asia to be their flight. Yeah, so I think that is all for me. I will talk about in presentation. So yeah, is there any question for that?
For me, I don't have any question for this part. Everything.
How about the others?
No, it's clear.
Yeah, me too. No. Oh, it's
Okay.
So very good. You may proceed with that. Okay. Since the SHAHIDAH line is stable, so now we will move to the background information. So you may start now, SHAHIDAH.
Oh, okay. So I think on this background information, I will share a little bit about the report case, such as the Asia background, which one of the low-cost airlines that origin in Asia. So beside that, in the slide, I will also put the name of popular CEO of airline industry like Tony Fernandez and his partner Kamarudin Maranon, which is there are person who manage the Asia airline that turning the loss to a profit in 2002. What else, guys? Do you think to have any ideas to put it?
I think it's okay lah, but in my opinion, I think you can add the history of the airline company, like how they built their company and how they strengthen their company. So you may add on this element in your slide and in your video presentation later on. Yes.
Yeah. I have the send suggestion going soon. So you like the report we already write something about the story for the airline. So maybe you can talk something more about that for this company.
Since the report you already mentioned that the history of the company, isn't it? So you just bring that point to your presentation later on. This is my suggestion.
Yeah, because if you didn't mention that, I worried later on your presentation video will be too short.
Because it's also quite very weird. So I think that's all from me. Any question from the other? So no question. So we will proceed with another part. The next part is, let me check. The next part is, wait. The next part is goal and segmentation, and I am the person who handle this part. So I will brief to you guys what I'm going to write in my slide as well as my presentation. So for the goal, I will mention the vision and the mission of the AirAsia Airline in this part. For instance, that the vision of AirAsia Airline had stated that AirAsia Airline want to allow everyone can fly. So I will mention it in my presentation. However, the mission of airline is to become the best company to work for their employee, since AirAsia will treat their employee as a part of their family member. So that's all for the goal. For the segmentation, I will write 3 segmentation in the final report of our marketing management. There is geographical segmentation, demographic segmentation, and the last one is psychological segmentation. For the geography segmentation, the airline company name is AirAsia. Hence, so it is mainly catered to the Asian market. AirAsia has scheduled the domestic as well as international flight to more than 165 destinations and 25 countries as well. Besides that, I will also mention that AirAsia has a lot of branch office in Malaysia and the country in Asia as well. For instance, like the Asian countries such as Hong Kong, China, Indonesia, Japan, Taiwan, Thailand, and so on. So the purpose of build the branch office of AirAsia in this several countries is to provide a service such as flight information, flight ticket booking, flight ticket cancellation, and the flight ticket rescheduling, and a lot of other services. So for the demographic segmentation, AirAsia Airline provide the economy classes and business classes to their customer. So the purpose of these 2 types of classes is to fulfill the different preference of their customer. So as we know, different people have the different preference, isn't it? So for the economy classes are the budget and the low price flight. In economy classes, AirAsia target the student and the worker who earn low pay salary. So I will bring this point to my presentation and my slide as well. So furthermore, AirAsia Airline also provide business class for the people who afford to buy, such as the successful businessmen and the rich people. So until now, is it clear?
Yeah, I think that's clearer for me. How about the others?
Yeah, clear to me also.
If more
Very clear.
I will continue with the psychological segmentation. For the psychological segmentation, AirAsia target customer is mostly made up of people who are desire to fly or travel or business whatever. So AirAsia uncomplicated purchase process, check-in, and pricing process are amongst the reasons why people choose AirAsia and why AirAsia is able to attract the large number of Asians. Okay, so AirAsia is aiming at the family member who are unable to meet together for important event due to the high cost of flight. Due to the high cost of flying, as we know, other company flight ticket is expensive. So this is the point that made AirAsia become so famous now. So I think that's all from me for the goal and segmentation.
Sorry to disrupt you. You part score 4 subtopic, right? The goals, segmentation, targeting, and positioning. Actually, for just now, I think that you have mentioned a lot of the segmentation parts. So I think maybe you can like make them equal and also the targeting and positioning. Because just now you talk too much about the segmentation. I think that part can be
Just simply mention. Okay, for the segmentation. So we stress on the what you said just now, targeting and positioning. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will do it. So without any delay, we move to the next part, that is targeting and positioning. And for the people who handle this part is Romeo. So can you brief in front of us what you're going to write, what you're going to mention?
All right. Thank you, Sun. So okay. So I'm gonna present the targeting and positioning. So I'm gonna tell you guys first what I'm gonna present for both parts. So the first one is the targeting. So here I'm gonna present the meaning of the target market first. What is target market? Okay. After that, I'm gonna present the Asia target market, which is those who are relying on budget and convenience, and it consisted of students, businessmen, tourists, and workers. Sorry. All right. So I'm gonna present also about how Asia attract families that plan to go on vacation. So how they're gonna attract these families? So by giving them the lowest cost available for their journey, Okay. Asia also allows buyers to purchase their flight online at a cheaper price. So the last one for the targeting that I'm gonna present for our video is, during the COVID-19 outbreak, Asia used a special rate strategy that to reach wider target market, particularly internet-based buyer. Okay, so that's all for targeting. So next is positioning. So Asia position itself has a low cost carrier, or we call it LCC, with the concept of now everyone can fly. So the next one is I'm gonna present it. For the positioning part is Asia able to continue offering lower prices, getting more customers, and increasing customer loyalty. Okay, so the last part for the positionings that I'm gonna present it later. So Asia cost cutting strategy is to become more competitive. So how they become more competitive? By sustain low airfares for its customer through excellent cost control. So that's it for positioning. So thank you.
So you may proceed with that. I think it's okay, no problem. So now we will move to the last part, that is conclusion. So Tony, you may start now.
Yeah, and about the part I'm gonna present, actually quite simple and short. Since I'm the conclusion, so I will just summarize all the informations together and easily example what is our final result, what is our final answer, just like the background information of the segmentation. I will tell you what kind of company AirAsia is, and all the SWOT analysis, pistol analysis. I will talk about what the problem they're facing to, how they're gonna solve it, and how AirAsia companies feel like that. And at the final, I will just state out our final result. What is our result for this research and this our conclusion? Yeah, that is what I'm going to present. How you guys feel like?
I think it's okay, very good. How about the other? Okay. So now we just simply choose a people to become an editor, and you just send your slide and your video to him, and he will help us to combine and edit it. So KHOO, may you become our editor? So you guys, after you guys done, just send your slide and your video presentation as well to KHOO.
Okay, I will become the editor.
Yeah.
But make sure that the name of each person is 4 minutes. Okay. So I think that's all for our today's meeting. Thank you for joining this meeting. So any question before we leave?
No, I think.
No.
Okay, so
now clear for me.
We will end our meeting section at here. So guys, stay safe and thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you guys.
Thank you, bye.
Bye.